Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to My Deep Guide. I've just returned home to actually find a package from Boox, and yes, the Tab XC has arrived along with the Boox Ink Sense, which I will cover in a different video because this pen is the one that goes along with the Go 7. So I'm gonna do a supplemental video just to give you like a writing experience short first impressions of this, and then I'm gonna comment or continue with the in-depth reviews. But in this video I'm gonna be unboxing and giving you my first impressions of the Boox Tab XC. Before we commence, full disclosure, this unit has been kindly sent to me directly by Boox, but I don't get to keep it. I get to keep my own opinion that I shared with you guys because I just do the review and then send it onwards to the next person in line or back to Boox directly. All right, let's start, shall we? And here it is. It's actually very exciting to see the Tab XC, or more importantly, to actually see the oh, that's nice. I did not expect that. I don't know if the camera is catching it, but there's like this metallic glittery finish on the back. Really kind of made me lose my train of thought because did not expect that. It's very cool. It's super discreet but lovely to see. Anywho, what I wanted to say is that it's exciting to see the format of the Note Max, or more importantly the 13.3-inch format of Boox devices, to get the successor, a very meaningful successor, so quickly behind Note Max. And we already have a faint color image here, and we can see from the reflections, I think that the camera can see that even though this is AG glass and it's a very effective one, this is actually the sun, directly the sun that we're looking at. And yeah, the reflectivity is really nice. Unfortunately, like any other tab device, it does not have a paper-like surface at all, so it's very smooth, which won't lend itself that well for writing. First impressions, quite striking of a device, very nice. You get the USB-A to C cable, Inkspire active stylus documentation. Let's see, quick start guide. Pairs directly with the tablet without needing Bluetooth pairing. When magnetically attached to the tablet, the Boox Inkspire stylus can be charged by the tablet. Great. Inkspire stylus is only compatible with the Tab XC. During use, the tip of the Boox Inkspire stylus will gradually wear out. Replace the tip as needed to prevent damage to the tablet screen. The active stylus is not impact resistant, so avoid dropping it from heights. And what else do we have? Well, we got the magnetic indication, and that's that. So this is the Inkspire pen that you get with Tab XC, and that's exclusively available for Tab XC. So it has this type of a nib here that's not super hard plastic. It looks like it has like a softer, almost rubbery-ish type of a layer on the frontmost end of the nib, and the standard is kind of their own. I haven't really seen that before, and I think that this is the part that's going to be not impact resistant. The pen feels nice and okay, but I'm rather puzzled by the fact that the cheaper one, Ink Sense, I think it works as an eraser as well, and it has a button that can work that way, and this one doesn't have a button, doesn't have an eraser either. But anyway, you get the Inkspire pen. So here is the Tab XC, the same exact format like the Note Max, except that there are some key differences visually. As I already mentioned, the first impression that I had was of this kind of metallic finish that you have on the back, which is really rather lovely. We have a black frame all around the screen, and you have this kind of dark grayish, greenish, metallic type of color, which really lends itself nicely for a device like this. So overall, it looks incredibly stylish. It's really well made, and yeah, the manufacturing is beautifully executed, like it was on the Note Max. And I've had Note Max now for several months, and I've been using it pretty much daily, and I haven't noticed any kind of issues or problems with the build quality, manufacturing, or the design of this housing. So that's a nice thing to see. And like I've already mentioned in the beginning, there is no paper-like surface applied on the screen of the Tab XC. So that's the other meaningful difference that we have when compared to the Note Max device. But most importantly, the biggest difference is that this is a color e-ink device, 13.3 inch, 300 ppi in black and white, 150 ppi in color content, and it is a front lit device, unlike the Note Max. The layout of the device is fairly straightforward. On the top we have the power button that does not duplicate as a fingerprint reader, if I'm not mistaken. On the right hand side we have the indication of where the pen ink spire is to go, and it goes right there, kind of snaps nicely, and it stays very, very nicely because this is a really good design. So we have a flat edge here, we have a flat edge on the pen that makes for a maximized contact. It doesn't really hold as strong as it does on the, let's say, Remarkable Paper Pro, so you can't really lift the device by this pen, but I think that it's holding it more than enough. On the bottom we have the microphones and the USB-C for charging, data communication, OTG connectivity, and anything else that you may want. And on the left hand side we have the stereo speakers, we have the mounting holes for the magnetic keyboard cover, and we have the Pogo 5-pin as well for that. Oh, in the meantime, since I've actually attached the pen, it has started the first power-up procedure. Let's then continue with the onboarding process and the first power-up impressions. Okay, so it's fairly standard. First you select the language, then you go to the terms and conditions, region, date and time, power off rules that you prefer. Then we have the gestures, so I'm just going to leave them as default, as I'll set that later on to my preferences. Pen is connected and it says, hey, it's already there. Inkspire, it says battery level question or exclamation point, so maybe it's like low or something, I don't know. And there we go, the setup is complete. All right, and before I continue any further, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug in the USB drive that I have here so that I can transfer the test documents, because I'm going to be checking out in this first impressions, I'm going to be just quickly checking out the performance of the screen, the performance of the device in documents, graphic rich documents, and a little bit of the handwriting impressions and the notes. So let's go to storage, and we should see our drive here, and then I can go like there, copy the entire folder. So we can just copy back to my device. So we're gonna find storage here, and I'm gonna go into documents, paste. So far the performance overall is really, really nice. And I'm impressed with the ghosting performance, because Note Max did actually have and still does have issues regarding ghosting. This one, so far, I'm not really noticing the menu changes and all that kind of stuff. All right, so thanks for the viewers to actually remind me that the safe way to eject the USB drive on Android is to just go to the notification even, and then just eject it. I'm going to disable the front light. The front light is going to be meaningless in outdoor settings where it's really, really well lit. Just make sure and see what type of refresh modes do we have. Same as on Note Max, only HD and A2 modes. So let's open up the text document and see what the performance is like. Well, so far it's really, really sharp. I do like that quite a bit. Let me adjust the formatting. So what I normally do is turn off text enhancements, turn on image smoothing, and for the formatting I'm just going to go to fit screen. Out of the box, this just looks great. I mean, there's really no going about it. This panel in this size simply looks awesome, especially in these conditions. What I'm very, very surprised is with the deghosting performance. There's like a really, really notable difference when using the exact same documents on a Note Max and on the Tab XC. This is a very, very different kind of story. It's always clean, almost no remnants whatsoever, which is wonderful, wonderful to see. The crispness of the image is fantastic as well. And I haven't had a chance to explore a 13.3 inch 300 ppi Kaleido screen device until now, but this just looks so good. And of course, this large format means that even if you have the tiniest of the fonts like this document has, because it has super tiny fonts, it doesn't matter, because the differentiation between the bold, between the italics, between all of this stuff just means that it looks really good no matter what I do. So I love the image quality. The first impressions of the image quality on the Tab XC are really good, and the rendering of the colors is actually really good as well. So yeah, this is quite impressive. The refresh speed in HD mode is a little bit on the slower side, but I'd much rather have slower and as clean as I have here than faster that we have on Note Max, but more ghostier and dirtier. All right, let's switch to the speed mode here, and let's see what the degradation is like and what the speed up is like. All right, so here we can see, yep, you can see the BSR starting to work and kind of cleaning things up as much as it can, but we do get to have introduction of ghosting here, although BSR is working nicely to kind of compensate for that. The speed up is considerable, and you get like a much nicer type of thumb through experience, which is really good. Okay, I love that. The big flash is like the rate that you set here when to fully refresh every 10th operation. It will do a full refresh, and that's basically what we get to see like that. All right, so documents, rendering, and presentation, really impressive in both modes. My personal preference is Regal, simply because the cleanliness and the crispness of the display is just so nice. Switching over to a graphics rich type of a document, and I've done the same settings as before. We are in HD refresh mode, and let's see what the performance is like. I gotta say that the ghosting performance remains impressive, because this switching between these three images, like from beautiful places and going through here and then going from here, this spire in the center, and going back to there, normally you would see like a lot of ghosting impressions leaving here in most of the devices, but not on this one. Tab XC is absolutely crushing it as far as the image quality is concerned. And this is a particularly difficult document because it has this combination of super tiny type of text and colors and grayscale and all sorts of things happening all over the time. And that's why I like to use it, because it exposes the weaknesses of a display. But I gotta say that this is just, yeah, as I said, this is crushing it. This could easily be the most impressive Kaleido performance and rendering that I have seen thus far. I don't know if it's just down to the panel that E-Ink has made, or is it down to how Boox has implemented this on the Tab XC, but this is looking really good. This image quality paired with this cleanliness of ghosting performance is an excellent combination, because again, here, this text here should leave some remnants on the next page, but it doesn't. And it's just over and over super clean, no matter what you do. Very impressive. Let's switch over to the speed mode and see what the performance is like then. Okay, so we get to go much faster, and then we get to see some ghosting, right? So this is what I was talking about. Normally, this is the type of stuff that you would see even at the best type of performance in devices. Yeah, especially here, so you can kind of see that it stays quite a bit, and then it cleans up the whole thing. All right, but here I can actually make it that we have remnants of 2 previous pages. But here's the kicker. I mean, you don't get as bad of a performance on Note Max in HD mode, but you do get quite a bit of ghosting on this document on, in HD mode on Note Max. but not here. Honestly, I mean, yeah, you have the speed mode, and I think that's great for different types of applications. But personally, I would always read and use this device in Regal mode. And Vivid is nice, or Optimal. Let's try Optimal and see how it renders these things. It's just beautiful. I mean, really, really impressive performance in graphics rich documents as well. All right, let's install Kobo and see how it fares with comic books. Here we are, Google Play, and yeah, it just looks really, really good. So this is the A2 refresh mode speed, and I think that it's perfectly usable. And again, I'm just kind of blown away with the almost complete lack of ghosting. I mean, this is normally where you would have quite a lot of ghosting going on, but nope, not here, not on this device. I don't know how they are doing it, but they are. And this is really, really impressive. All right, so let's install Kobo. Holy moly. Yeah, this kicks ass. I mean, this is just so awesome looking and rich looking. I just love it. I'm in Regal refresh mode because now when I'm in an app, I can choose HD Regal or A2 mode, and I have full screen refresh here. So this is so gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Usually you have problems with red and orange kind of rendering and coloration, but this is absolutely gorgeous. And again, look at this ghosting. I mean, we're going from full color to full on black page and nothing, no ghosting. Like, I don't know, what are they using, witchcraft here? But at this point, I really don't care what they are using, because this is just absolutely phenomenal. This is an incredibly impressive performance here from Tab XC. Look at it. Now we're back to black and white content. This is looking good. All right, so now let's switch to HD mode to see if there's some differences here. Yeah, a little bit more ghosting in HD mode. I can see some remnants here. So Regal mode is cleaner as far as the ghosting goes, at least for comic books in these super difficult conditions. And A2, which for me renders very, very nicely for this type of kind of content, like comic books with high contrasty content, especially if you turn on, yeah, this is maybe too much. High contrast is maybe too much. No, it's actually nice. It pops it up nicely. Yeah, but this actually works so good. I mean, I just love the way that this thing is for reading documents, reading books, reading magazines, reading comics, navigating through Google Play Store, like everything that I've done so far. The device has been super responsive, and the display performance is just truly, truly impressive. All right, now for the second big thing about this device, and that is what the writing experience is going to be like on the Tab XC. All right, so no beating around the bush. I'm gonna leave all the details and all the kind of stuff for the in-depth review, but the first impression is what I wrote down here. Is it catastrophic because they've switched to the active pen? No. For an active pen, I think that this feels okay. Definitely nowhere near how it feels with an Wacom EMR type of a pen and type of a writing experience. But to me, the biggest issue with the writing performance or writing experience here is not really the pen itself. It's, it's this. It's the surface of the screen. So that surface is, it has give, it has nice kind of give, it has all the good aspects of the Note Max as well. And the pen itself, I mean, it doesn't feel super plasticky and super hard. They do have that kind of rubberized, I don't know, tip of the nib itself. So it does feel a little like a really soft-ish, but not too smudgy, so it's not draggy or anything like that. So there's no hardness like I have with the, for example, Remarkable Paper Pro or Kobo pens or things like that. That is not present at all. So the pressure is fine, but the friction is the thing that's lacking. I honestly believe that if they had a paper-like type of surface like they had on Note Max, that the writing experience would be far more pleasant, because this is the same type of problem that I had with the Tab X and the Tab Ultra, for example, that type of slippery performance. And I have an impression that the writing latency on the Tab XC is noticeably slower than it is on the Supernote Manta, Remarkable Paper Pro, or the Boox Note Max. But the overall first impressions of the writing feel with the new stylus, not catastrophic, and it doesn't really go way too far from what we've had with the Tab X. But this is exactly the problem for me, because those devices didn't have great writing experience, and unfortunately that translates equally onto the Tab XC. So, first impressions of the Tab XC. Well, I mean, just look at it. Like, what more can I say other than what you can see here with your very own eyes? Truly impressive image quality and image performance on this device. And overall performance, you know that this device already performs well because it's the same type of internals that we've had on the Note Max. But to actually see that kind of performance, flexibility of the 13.3-inch format and all that coupled with this type of image quality, I think that just adds to the overall flexibility. The area where Tab XC is, well, disappointing, but not surprisingly so, to me at least, is the writing experience. I think that the writing feel and the writing experience is not on par with Note Max or Go 10.3 or Note Air 4C, for example. And that's simply because it belongs to the Tab family of devices. And it has different sorts of priorities than the Note series of devices typically have. And generally speaking, it makes sense, because when you remove that paper-like type of layer on front of the screen, you're removing it also from the front of the image itself, and therefore you have crisper image and better image quality overall. And that's exactly what we see here. But we also see that absolutely phenomenal ghosting performance and clarity of the Tab XC. In short, first impressions of Tab XC, extremely impressive image performance and quality, and not so good writing feel or performance, it seems like it, but it remains to be seen when I put it through the slew of tests to actually measure these things out and see how they quantify in reality. Let me know in the comments down below, what are you most interested to see in regards to the Tab XC, so that I can try and prepare these things while I'm doing and conducting the in-depth review testing and recording footage and all of that kind of stuff, and that I can bring it to you in a timely manner. I hope that you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe and ding the notification bell in the description below to get notified when new videos come out on my deep guide. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye.